Hey bro, where are you going? Subscribe now.
Hello guys, we are here with Zizi. Let's go with another profile of Teach.
Today I make top 8 to the Kronos event.
Big
played,
event.
Big event. We played the 6th turn of Swiss and then the top cut. I lost in top cut versus Shanks Agro, Porca Madonna. Let's go with the profile.
Let's go.
Okay. For searchers, 3 my hero begins, 4 a fit. I play without stage, and because I think that the stage is a really bad card in the worst matchup of the deck, so Doffy. So I decided to cut it because every time you play against Doffy as Teach, the stage is a brick. You will never use it. So I prefer to play better cards against Doffy than the stage. So I decided to play for Lafitte because it's the best searcher in the deck. You can spam it every turn. So your opponent have to remove this.
It's a blocker basically.
Yeah, it's a blocker. You can tap it and your opponent is gonna attack on it because it's too strong to keep it on board. Then we play 3 of my era begins. I decided to play 3 because it's a brick, no counter, and because we have a little bit of cards that are not Blackbeard, so it can miss sometimes. Yeah.
Perfect.
For the staples, obviously for the Q,
Yeah.
one of the best cards in the deck. That's your only early game play, strong early game play, and you wanna see it versus Doffy. It's crucial. If you don't see it on curve, you lost versus Doffy, almost always. So for that reason, I decided to play 2 Brooks that are very
Spicy.
strong. Yeah, spicy. They are very strong versus Doffy because going first, you can do 3 down. If you don't have your DQ, you have Brook. That is even better. It's even better because Brook cannot be traded by the searchers, so Perone and Sengoku. So it's not a free trade. And if you play Brook on 3, Vanagur or Laboon on 5, if you play Vanagur, you have a Brook to swing after you reduce with the Vanagur, so you remove his cost 4 that he played. And if you see Laboon, you can do the same thing, but you will also swing with your Brook for 5.
Oh my god.
Teach in the world.
Vi chiamato TCG guys.
That's very good because you can also swing with this Brook. And in the next turn, your opponent has to remove one of your pieces. And Brook is better than Doku in this case because Doku will be traded easily by a searcher, so you lose him. And if your opponent attacks ED on one of your reducer, you lost him too. So on 7 door, you will be with an empty board. So Brook is better than Doku because he can trade only one of your pieces, and you will stop at 7 down with the Brook, and we'll have 7 down to play Jack. That is also okay versus Doffy. So, and I play 3 Jack for the Doffy matchup. That's also really good versus Lucci, because your opponent has to do some crazy reduction to remove him. That's not so easy, and he can beat. That's pretty good. Then I play for reduction, stable obviously for Vanagur, for Laboon, stable. Keep going with some more stable of the deck. For Barges, that's one of the best cards against Lucci and Shanks. Against Shanks, I wanna go second, play this on curve, protect him, and rush push. Your opponent will have a hard time to remove this. You can do your leader effect when they go to 7 down to protect Barges if he's less than 7k. Otherwise, you can just keep the cards in hand and don't use the effect, and this guy will continue to beat him, and that's really good.
He's the man,
Wimmy.
the cook.
Wimmy, the
For
hook.
counters, I play 7 2k counters, all searchables, and I decided to play 4 stronger instead of for Shiryu, because Shiryu does nothing essentially. Stronger can come up sometimes as a reducer, that's not so bad, and it's searchable.
Yeah.
Only 7-2K counter, because you don't need to counter too much, you wanna have active plays. Then for the spell, I play 4 Black Hole and 4 Fingered Pistol. These are my spells to destroy characters. I decided to only play 2 Black Hole for because I need space in the list, essentially. But I decided to play 4 Finger because it's really good versus Fluffy, essential. And I think that the trigger is too strong to not play 4 of these.
Yeah.
If you trigger 1 versus Doffy, the game became a little bit easier. That's pretty good. And versus Fluffy, that drops a lot of 5 cost, it's crucial. Then
For Teach. Yeah.
This card is really good, obviously, principally versus Shanks and Fluffy. In mirror, that's also really good. The worst matchup for this card is Doffy. Usually you don't need this in the Doffy matchup. You only cast 1 if you have to do it, but usually you don't need it. Then for the other spells, Tempest Kick. That's insane. This card is really strong. It's useful in a lot of situations because you can use it to draw a card in the worst case scenario. Otherwise, you can use it to do a double destroy to the 7th on turn, because you can do this one, 4-cost spell, and the Q, destroy 2 for drop for Doffy. And the trigger is also good. It can remove Teach if you play it, always in the Doffy matchup. And versus Lucci or Mirror match, it's really useful to combo with Black Hole, because simply doing a Tempest Kick Black Hole, you can remove a Jack. So you did a 1-for-1 using only this one that represents itself and Black Hole. To remove
guys. Yu-Gi-Oh!
To remove a Jack that is insane. Removing Jack only with 1 card in this deck is insane.
Yeah.
And then for the Tech, as the last time I play 2 Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw, it's crucial versus Doffy. It will often permit you to guard the last attack, the 15k, and that's really useful. If you can pull off the 15 cards in the grave fast, seeing a lot of 1-drop spell and Shigan, that's really good also in the mid to late game, but it's essentially for guarding big attacks. It's also good going second, because you can do versus Lucci, for example. You can do Badges on 4. If you see Badges on 6, you can,
Mamma mia, guys.
swing with this one, because if you keep 2 down open, you can guard him, so you did a swing more than usual, more than normal. That's not bad. Today I played against Doffy first turn. I lost all the dice in the Swiss. I played against Doffy going second, and I won. I used the Dragon Claw to guard his last attack. He beat it for 15k. I guarded with the Dragon Claw, 2k, 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 and 1k from hand. And it was the best card. Second turn I played against Luffy Bai, Black Yellow, and I see really good barges rush him down. I don't know properly how to play the matchup, but I think that if you see 2 barges in your first hand, you can rush him. Because Barges is a really strong card against Bai. He has no way to remove it, so you could play in an aggressive way. If you don't see double Barges, I think that serving a little bit will be the better solution, but I have to test more. Then I played against Lucci. Versus Lucci, that's always the same thing. Versus Lucci, Luffy Bai, you wanna see Barges, and beat him down, and I did so. So it was pretty easy because he was short on counter in hand, because Lucci plays a lot of bricks. So I just rushed him down. He was at 1 life before he was being able to drop the 9-cost Kaido. So also if he drops Kaido, I still have Bargis and Leader on board, so I can swing for game, and the game was pretty easy. Then I played against another BY, Matteo Longin. I lost. I didn't see any plays until the 7 cost jack. So I did 1 down pass, 2 down, 3 down pass, 5 down pass. I did nothing, and I lost. Then I played against another Lucci, no, a Smoker, sorry. Versus Smoker, that's always the same thing as usual. You wanna see Bargis, and also Jack is really good. Jack is really good also versus Lucci, as I said before. So double Bargis. He sent me second. I think that in that matchup Smoker wanna go second instead. Because going second I've been able to drop Bargis and Leader effect to not to delay his Tashigi, so he was not able to play Tashigi or Bargis. Bargis beat it, I guarded it with Dragon Claw and doing another Bargis the turn after. So my board was Bargis, and his board was essentially nothing. So I was in a huge advantage. Then I played against Shanks. Shanks, I lost the dice again. He sent me first. I played as always with Bargis because he's the best card in the deck, and I played him, guarded him, and rushing down. And versus Shanks, tank cost teach is insane because you can stop his only attacker. Because usually Shanks play 1 character for turn. So if you can play your teach while having a Bargis and a setup for destroy a piece, so Laboon, Doku, or Laboon, Brook, or Vanavur, reducer plus a character that destroy, you basically won the game because he cannot get out of this lock, and he lost. Then top 8 I played against Shanks Rush decklist. He played for Zoro, Tricky Deck Killer, for Dragon and everything, and that's a really bad matchup. I won 1 game and lost 2. I won the game that I went first thanks to Brook, because Brook on curve is insane. You can play Brook, he plays Easy Rush, so Zoro, Orchid and Killer. The turn before you simply do Panagor, reduce Zoro, Brook swing and destroy Zoro, and he has to go on Brook because he's too strong with period with Vanavur, so Brook acts like a blocker. So your opponent lost a pieces thanks to Brook and an attack thanks to Brook, so he did a lot. The other 2 games I lost. That's a really bad matchup, but I think the deck could manage to win also that one. Maybe I could play better, but that's it essentially. No Pluffy, only 1 Doffy.
Special thanks to
Michele Papa.
Michele Papa. Ciao, ciao,
And
ciao.
Zanemirko.
Zanemirko, ciao Zizi.